today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the Detroit Lions.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Again, everyone, I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. They're going to look to throw. This is caught by Dare Ogunbowale. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Matthews. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Hitting London coming across the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now this throw caught left side. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit! Darrell Daniels hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They run middle with Matthews. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Dancing and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The Lions at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
Caught by London.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they have certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd and 6. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game. Touchdown!
Darrell Daniels
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, they've won a few in the years following.
Toss play to Matthews. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Again, it's Matthews. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 8.
Got a man, it's London.
It's sad they pay me. I'll do this for free.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Darrell Daniels
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
A first down carry for Matthews.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 17.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
That is caught at the 7. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start our tour with a trip to FedEx Field, where we find Green Bay on the road to take on Washington. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Danny Etling up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns trying to hold on and claim victory.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The first down carry here for Johnson.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo sack. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It's taken to the 26. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
In motion left, Robinson. After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
Into the hands of London.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
Darrell Daniels.
48 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for right, and he finds him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Johnson.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
They'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught inside the 5.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive there took 6 plays.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the 2nd half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate, because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for the Lions, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Dallas, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home.
Hey, DJ Mark.